Hey everyone, so here we are on what I think was my 12th game in the Vipera. I'd played a bit on and off the past couple of days to get used to the tank, to see what it was about, what its armor profile was like, and this is probably the best game I've had in it. Like I say, 12th game. I've tried to make the tank, give it the old snake look, as it's called, the Vipera. Very Italian, very snaky, Vipera. It makes sense to me. But anyway, I'll try and talk through what I did in this game. Some of it may make sense, it may not make sense, but this is the gameplay you're going to get from an average player. This tank can make an average player so much better. This tank is, in its current format, potentially very overpowered. Now, I believe this version of the tank that I'm playing here, there are some slight changes to it before it goes to live server. I believe it's going to lose 100 HP points and 2 kilometers an hour slower. But I will get the information on the exact changes from this version that you're going to see me play, and I'll put that information up at the end of the game. But anyway, here we go. Let's see what happens. So here we are, just waiting for the game to start. I believe this is unpaused. Here we go. Yep, countdown's on. I'll try and skip it a little bit. There we go. Here we go. Right. So initially I made a point that I wanted to get to the factory area. I knew this tank hull down was going to be very, very strong. So I wanted to get it hull down, looking into that factory behind the rocks that are on the corner. Now, my big concern here was I knew how strong this tank would be there, but I was very concerned that these guys would all beat me there and take that spot. But luckily, I managed to pick up a bit of speed and overtake them. Now, this tank is quite slow. I've got a turbo on it. I think a turbo is definitely needed. I don't normally like to run turbos, but it's going to help this tank a lot. And as you can see, it gave me the opportunity to get to this spot, because it did look like everybody else was going to try and go there. And you'll see immediately now what happens, which instantly, okay, I got penned by the UDES 03, but I bounced 630. I blocked 630 damage straight away. The UDES managed to pen me quite easily, but he's just had another shot, which I blocked. So we're on 1,000 block now. Let me zoom in, show you what I'm looking at. I haven't got any damage yet. I've already fired 2 shells. I'm still toying with how much I want to peek out here without knowing the armor value too well, because I don't look too much into the stats at times. But I'm going to keep looking in. That Super Hellcat, I don't know what he was thinking there. And I'll try and replay that a little bit. If I can go back a little bit here. He launches over. And I don't understand why. He'll come flying over, and somehow I managed to get the shot here and take half his health. And I was quite impressed with that shot on the fly. This guy kind of knows what he's doing. There you go. I've just bounced another shot and another shot. Okay, one's for the Cheery, but still, they're not penning me. I get a shot there. I do take another hit there. The Cheery does pen me, but I'm still bouncing. Bounced a lot, 2,000 so far, just holding this spot. Now I'm shaking my turret here, which is quite hard to look. It's quite hard to watch, I understand that, but I was doing it to bait them into firing and just to see how much I can actually bounce. That UDES is having a real hard time against me. He is not enjoying shooting at me at all here. But the big problem, so he's gone to HE, did 38 damage. The Cheery should never have popped up there. Now, I was shaking the turret like that. Okay, UDES HE again. I was shaking the turret like that, and there's a Cheery coming around the side here. I did not realise this had happened because I wasn't looking at the minimap. It was a major concern at this point because I thought I was going to lose most of my health. But they do get overconfident. Hellcat gets taken out straight away. Now, when I was shaking that turret, when I was looking down into the factory area, that was because of the reload. I'd fired all my shots, and I was on this tank has a very slow reload. So if you are going to sit there, just move your turret, try and angle it, or give them a really difficult shot, because they are going to try and pen you, and you are sat there for a long time while you're on reload. So I had one more shot left here, but I thought, rather than wait for them to come around, I'm going to sit here and reload and try and proxy spot them whilst I'm safe, because I know I'm on low health now. I've lost 1,000 damage. So I know I need to stay safe, but I'm confident I can get here and be a pain with the remaining health I've got. And I can keep them lit, I can keep them proxy spotted. My turret's quite strong. I'm concerned about the AT-15 here, but I think I can deal with this. Now, the Louver makes a mistake. He sat there, he's given me his lower plate, which was an easy pen for me, and then I bounced his shot as well. I'm trying to get an angle here, which I don't know why, but I couldn't quite get the shot, but I've just bounced yet another shot. So I've blocked 3,300 now. He turns. Massive mistake from the Louver. Don't know why he did that. He turned and gave me his whole side. Up to 2,700 damage and just under 700 assisted. So at this point, it's looked like we've got an easy win. I'd say at this point, we're going to win. I'm not too sure what to do here. I've got 2 more shots loaded. I don't know whether to reload or wait, because it looks like someone's going to come out. But then I also know down the end there are still tank destroyers. But the Louver decides to come back and have another shot at me, which I managed to block that as well. And then I missed my shot. But I know he's gonna try again, and he's left a bit there exposed. And I take that shot and he ricochets that. So I'm on reload again now. We're losing tanks bit by bit. But I know I've just got to hold them here. The good thing with this tank is that they don't know how many shots I've got. So I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep popping in and out to try and spot them from a team that are camping at the back. Keep getting a bit of spotting damage whilst I'm on reload. Give them a little bit of my turret to try and bait a shot. The Louver's still sat there. He's really not thinking this play through. Gave me an easy shot there. And I've just bounced another shot from that Louver. He's going to be furious when he looks back at this game. So I'm on 3,100 damage. I've blocked just under 4,000 and 850 assisted damage. So this is a real good game. Not really sure why the SU wants my help and what he's expecting me to do at this point. Because there's no one we can shoot from here. The Louver's now gone, which makes me think I might make this push into here. It's a risk with the health I've got. They've got some tanks that can hurt, but I did want to push in, knowing that SU is going to follow me in. But I didn't really trust that SU to know what he was doing. So I went to this spot here to stay hull down. Keep this tank hull down as best you can. Use its turret. I sensed the final few tanks were going to be camping pretty much either on the left or at the back of the train tracks here. Did not expect the Panther to be there, but I can't do anything about that Panther at the minute. I'm expecting to get lit here from the hill in A6. That's why I'm turning to look this way. I'm expecting someone to spot me. Now, the SU just goes for it at this point. I don't know what he was thinking and why he did that. And you can see what's about to happen. And there you go. He gets taken out by the UDES, who's down the end. And I've just pinged to say that's where the UDES is. He's been there all game. I really don't know why the SU made that play. So I've got to be cautious here, because there's an UDES down the end and there's these tanks running here. I see the Progetto and I try and line the shot up and I hit him on the side. It's a crit hit. But we've now found the UDES, who's been there all game trying to get shots on at me. But I know he's gone down the dip now. So I know there's a little bit of safety. I'm still getting spotting damage. Now, I can see the WZ has pushed up onto the hill, which has made me think I can cross here and not get shot on the side. So that was my plan. I wanted to go around these dead tanks for cover. There were 2 tank destroyers and 2 mediums left at this point. The tank destroyers are my concern. So I'm trying to poke out, just trying to get a bit of vision without giving them too much to aim at, seeing if I actually get lit by doing this, which seemingly I don't. I'm trying to get the angle here. Just don't give them a lower plate. That's what my plan is. Just poke out enough here to see if anyone appears. They don't, which actually surprised me. So I'm going to sit here and just wait for them, because I know they're going to be there. I know they're going to shoot someone shortly. And I thought I'll make this play to this bit of rock here. I'm not getting lit, so I can make this play. That Tur does not realise I'm here. And I'm not really sure what he's aiming at, but he just gave me an easy kill. But that does get me lit here. And lo and behold, there's Udez. I cannot see him because he's beyond that rock. Where he's next to that rock. But they got appeared, so I got a shot in Progetto. Progetto's now dead. The TVP is now dead. They expose themselves, and I know it's just the Udez. I know the Udez is there, but he's actually there. And I'm on reload now, so I can't do anything about it. I thought he was down by the rock, but he wasn't. He was up there with the other two. But as recap, our team get the kill. And that's a win. It's an easy win. So 5,000 blocked. 5,010 blocked in the end. 1333 assisted from spotting or tracking, etc. And 3,768 damage for myself. And that was an ace tanker in my 12th game. So what I would say about this tank is it's gonna make good players great players. It's gonna make the great players probably unplayable against, and it's gonna make the average players probably pretty good. Now it should. It's a very strong tank. I think it is one of those tanks you'll play if you wanted to boost your stats. As long as you play it properly, do not expose that lower plate. Just use your turret armor, use your reload carefully, get your 5 shots of damage in. And this is coming from an average player. I'm an average player. I don't necessarily know all tanks' penetration values, armor profiles, but most people in this game, we've got our very good players, we've got our average players. This is what I'm taking from it. I pretty much in the 12 games I've played in this tank been the top player or the top within the top 3 sort of 95% of the games. I think one game I had a bad game because the tank was so slow and our team just railroaded the enemy. But in my opinion, you're going to enjoy this tank. Now, I'll show the slight changes to the specs that we're going to see when the tank's released from what you're seeing in this game. They're minimal, but I'll throw them up in a minute. I'll show you the results of the game. And thank you for watching. And any questions, just put it in the comments, and I'll answer it and I'll get back to you.
Remember to like and subscribe.